Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Theresa Inspires. No, I have not posted a video in 2 weeks, going 3 weeks, right? But I was trying to work out what it is that I'm going to be posting, what am I going to be talking about. Yes, my travels are great, but I don't always travel. And as I said on my channel, I'll speak about things that inspire, motivate, spirituality, all of these things. I'll be touching on because there's a lot of things that I believe that I have learned over time, and I believe is important to share with others, because you never know what an individual is going through. You never know what someone wants to hear, and just speaking about it will help that individual through whatever it is that they are faced with. So today, I want to touch on a topic that is really important and that I realize most people have struggled with, and it's about breaking free. Right? Letting go of the things that no longer benefit you. There's a quote that I want to read, and it says, in order to make ready for the things that serve you, you have to let go of the things that don't. So make room for the things that will benefit you, right? By letting go of the things that will never benefit you, that no longer serves a purpose in your life. You have to focus on things that are purposeful, are meaningful, right? Things that will bring you to your next level, to the next you that you want to become. Every day we live to become a better version of ourselves. The only person we're supposed to be in a competition with is ourselves, unless it's really one of those competitions that you're in, like Bible quiz competition or football or whatever it is that you fancy, right? Outside of that, you should never be competing with your sister or your friend or your brother or whomever it is that is in your life. There's no need for a competition or trying to be better than anybody else. It's really about trying to be better than your yesterday, than you were last year, right? So letting go of the things that no longer benefit the person you now are. And each day we learn, each day we grow. Each year we become a different version of ourselves. Each month we become a different version of ourselves. And so things that used to benefit the person you were a few weeks ago might no longer be of interest to the person you are today. But guess what? Though it no longer benefits you, you are the same person. And so you carry those baggages into your future. You carry those negative thoughts and negative actions into your today. And so sometimes people even get a promotion at work, and they bring all of who they were, their old personality, the things that they used to do, and they bring it into the new environment and expect it to grow with them, or expect that it will help them to grow. And sometimes it has lost its purpose. From the moment you were moved into your next level, some of those things lost their purpose. So one of the things I want to touch on is that you have to let go of the things that hurt you emotionally, right? And that's one of the major things that affects a lot of us, the emotional baggages that we carry, right? And I really believe that in order to let go of our emotional baggages, of the things that constantly hurt us, we have to look at who rather do we want to be? Where do we see ourselves? What are some of the things that we no longer see of use in our lives, right? So one of the things that cause us emotional pain sometimes is our expectation of others. So you might be going through life, and you believe that you have this friend, and you really believe that, hey, this individual is always supposed to be there for me, because I've always been there for them. I've always supported them in every endeavor. I've always, ensured that if they were down at any point, I helped them to get back on their feet. And so you are expecting that the individual is going to do the same thing for you. No, guys, we're human. We're talking about people. We're talking about people with their own thoughts, with their own concept of life, with their own precepts, with their own biases, with their own emotional struggle, with their own emotional baggages. Now, when you expect an individual is going to treat you the same way you treat them, then you are setting up yourself. Sometimes I'm not saying that you'll never have people that treat you the same way you treat them, but then you have to ensure that you're managing your expectation. You're managing your expectation. So in case the individual don't treat you the same way that you treat them, you don't become hurt. You don't get caught in your feelings, and you don't get to the point where you're crying over it. Or, I always hear this term that you don't cry over spilled milk, right? It's already gone. It's already lost. And so our expectation will build us up to that point where we believe that the same way we think about people is the same way they should think about us. The same way we treat people is the same way they should treat us. The things that we would do for someone is the same thing they would do for us, right? Those are the expectations we set up in our lives, and those are the things that sometimes hurt us along the way, because we believe that individuals should act the way we do, but in reality, it doesn't work that way. You will have some persons in some cases where it does work that way, but you have to manage your expectation. Be very mindful, open-minded about anything. The possibilities are endless, and so you have to manage your emotion. Let go of the things that you're I'm not saying you should drop your expectation of people. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to manage your expectations in such a way that if if somebody doesn't act the way that you think they should, it doesn't disappoint you to that place where you become hurt about it. So you have to let go of that. Another thing that you have to let go of or break free from some of the times are your past relationships or past friendships that no longer benefit you. So sometimes you hold on to people in your life who have been there for just a purpose for that time or that season that you were in, right? And it ties again to our expectation. Now we start to build a friendship with someone believing that it will last a lifetime, but that individual might only be in your life for that season. Maybe there is something in them or that has been purposed in them to help you through that season of your life, right? And when the season of your life is over, it can be a case where the person is no longer involved in your life. They're no longer your friend. That relationship no longer benefits you. And you might be wondering why the person no longer texts you, they no longer call you, your conversations are different, you guys don't seem to be the best of friends anymore, or the relationship didn't work the way you want it to. It didn't last for eternity. It didn't turn into a marriage. It didn't turn into the best of relationship that you imagined it to. And if you realize I'm stressing on the you, because in this context, you were the one that was focusing on what you wanted it to become. You were the one that was focusing on where you wanted it to go. But in reality, that individual was only in your life for a season. They were in your life to help you through that situation at that point in time. Maybe they were just there for mental support, and it led to, you brought it to something else. You brought it to a relationship when the main purpose of that person in your life was just for mental support through whatever it is that you were going through. And one of the points to just bring that closer to home, it's like rebound relationships, right? So you come out of a breakup. For example, you're out of a breakup and you see this person, or you're friends with this person, and you start talking to them, they start comforting you, and you believe that, hey, this is something good, this can turn into the best relationship. And so you build up your expectation that this is going to last forever. And the truth about it is that the person was only supporting you, or was only supposed to be in your life as a support for that season, to get you over that hurdle, to bring you through that pain and that hurt that your past relationship brought you. But you held on to them where you wanted them to be. But then when it doesn't work out, you get hurt. And so you have to let go of those things. And again, I said it ties to your expectation. You have to let go of past relationship, past hurts, people that hurt you in the past, people that hurt you in such a way like you start feeling bitter. You have to start digging deep, because bitterness only hurts you more. Bitterness towards someone hurts you more than it even hurts that person. Because in some cases, the individual already got over the situation. Your ex already got over you, right? They already got over the bond that you had created. They already got over the areas of your life that you had fun. And I'm not saying that the memory doesn't last with them, but they have now moved on. And so it also requires you to move on, break free, start living the happy life that you are supposed to, the things that you are supposed to be doing, the places you're supposed to be going, the fun you're supposed to be having with yourself. And you don't always need a relationship to have fun. You don't always need someone else to make you feel appreciated. You don't always need someone else. So when you are caught up in an emotional state because this person hurt you and you have invested 5 years of your life in a relationship, or 10 years or 3 months or 6 weeks or whatever amount of time you believe you invested in this relationship, and it didn't work out, and you're now holding on to the fact that this person hurt you so badly, you have done so much for them, you have invested so much of your life and your time, and you have, created memories with them, and this should have been lasting, and you are crying over spilled milk. It is time for you to let it go. Let go of that relationship, right? There's something that they call soul tie, and sometimes you have built your expectations up so much, and you have loved on this person so much that you are tied to them emotionally when they have moved on past what you had. And so it is time to break free, right? So I just want to touch on 5 points to help you break free from all of that. And it's give yourself some time out. Take time to not beat down on yourself, or feel like, oh, how could you have done this to yourself, or allowed yourself to reach to this point, or cause yourself to get so emotionally entangled with this individual. You have to give yourself some time out. The next thing, don't suppress your emotion. Right, so you feel some kind of way about how someone treated you or how you're feeling right now, and you don't know how to get over it and all of that. Suppressing those emotions will actually hurt you more than it will help you, because you start to have negative thoughts, you start to act a certain way, you start to try and change things, and really and truly all you need to do is just let the emotions flow. Stop suppressing the emotion. The third thing is creating rituals. And by rituals, I don't mean you need to go and do any activities that, is not in line with what your belief system is. But I mean rituals like breathing activities. Just taking deep breaths when you feel like your emotion is taking you over. And sometimes I feel that way. And I have to pause and just breathe. Sometimes I close my eyes and visualize where I want to be, the place where I want to be, mentally, emotionally, physically, all the things that will bring me joy. And then my emotions just realign and get back to the place where it ought to be. Writing down things like, the negative thoughts that you have, and then tearing up the paper or burning the paper can also help, because it's like writing down those baggages and burning them away from your life. And another thing to do is practice positivity. Be very positive in every situation. Even when you feel like the hurt is coming and your emotional baggages are coming back, be very positive. What are the things that you can take out of the situation? And number 4 is learning. What can you learn from your experiences? There's the quote that says experience teaches wisdom, right? Experience brings you to a point where you realize what was done in the past, and you pull from that. What are the takeaways that what is the thing that you ought to have learned having experienced that situation, being in that situation, or having gone through that situation? What is it that you're supposed to be learning from that? And number 5, be patient. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with your progress. Be patient with your growth. Be patient with you overcoming your fears and letting go of all of these things. Be patient with yourself. It didn't take a day for you to fall in love with somebody, so it's not going to take a day for you to break out of that emotional status. It didn't take a day for you to build up your expectations towards someone, so it's not going to take you a day to get rid of those expectations. Be patient with yourself, and remember, always focus on how you are going to break free. Remember, we're focusing on letting go of the things that no longer benefit you so that you can make room for the things that will benefit you. Have a great day, and I hope you like, subscribe, and share this video, and just comment below any other topic that you want me to talk about, anything that you feel led to ask me. I am here to answer your questions. I'm here to talk to you about it. Let's have a discussion in the comment section below. See you in my next video.